video session lecture on electrical and electronics measurement. Okay, class 4. As our discussion is going on Western Bridge. Okay, so earlier I have discussed about the bridge balance equation, and galvanometer under small unbalanced. Okay, today I am going to discuss the galvanometer current under unbalanced condition. So here in this galvanometer current under unbalanced condition, already we have obtained the Thevenin's voltage. Okay, so when R4 is changed by delta R, which is caused the unbalance in the bridge as derived earlier. Now the galvanometer current is obtained by using this equation. I will show you here. Okay, so using Ig galvanometer current is equal to Thevenin's voltage divided by R equivalent plus Rg, where R equivalent is the equivalent resistance of Wheatstone bridge and Rg is the resistance of galvanometer. Now the R equivalent already we are found in the last class. Okay, here the next slide I will show you. Okay, so this is the R equivalent by shorting the voltage source. Okay, EC, and it will be looked in the R in this point. Okay, B and D point. So R equivalent will be obtained. In such case, what it will be happens here? This figure it will be becomes here. R1 and R2 it will be parallel, because you can see here you are shorted in this manner. Okay, A to C, right? A to C you are shorted. So what it will be becomes R1 and R2 are parallel. Similarly, R4 and R3 are parallel. Okay, so this equation only here I wrote. Okay, so R1 and R2 is parallel plus R3 and R4 plus delta R, where so this is gives the equation of R equivalent. Now here the further simplification is done. Okay, further simplification is done. R3 into R4 plus delta R. Okay, so now neglecting the delta R, okay, compared to the R3 and R4. So R3 and R4 is large as compared to the delta R. So R equivalent is found by using this equation. Okay, so now R equivalent is equal to R3 into R4 divided by R3 plus R4 plus R1 into R2 divided by R1 plus R2. So now we obtained the R equivalent. Earlier we obtained the VTH, Thevenin's voltage. Okay, so if you are substituting here the galvanometer current, Ig is equal to VTH divided by R equivalent plus Rg, where Rg is the galvanometer resistance. So this is the figure. The final you will get here the Ig the galvanometer current is equal to VTH divided by, okay, R equivalent. If you are looking to this figure, the R equivalent is in series with the galvanometer. Okay, so hence here we are considering the galvanometer resistance. So the total resistance is nothing but R equivalent plus galvanometer resistance Rg. Okay, so the total resistance R equivalent is equal to R equivalent plus Rg. So with this equation, we can find the galvanometer current. Okay, so this is the basic circuit diagram. Okay, next bit is the advantages of Wheatstone bridge. Okay, the results are not dependent on the calibration and the characteristics of galvanometer, as it works on null deflection, because it it works under null deflection. Hence, it will be not dependent on the characteristics or calibration of the galvanometer. Second one is the source EMF and inaccuracies due to the source fluctuation do not affect. Due to the fluctuation in the source, which cannot affect the balance of the bridge. Okay, hence the corresponding errors are completely avoided. So here we are not considering the any error due to the fluctuation of source. The third point is due to null deflection method used, the accuracy and sensitivity is higher than direct deflection meters. Okay, so here the third point is accuracy is more. Next one is the limitation of Wheatstone bridge. The effect of lead resistance and contact resistance is very much significant while measuring the low resistance. This is a very important. The connecting the lead resistance are included in this, so hence they is very much significant while when you are measuring the low resistance. The bridge cannot be used for high resistance measurement, that is measurement in mega ohms range. Okay, so there is a separate meter is there, megger. So such cases we have to use the when you are measuring the high resistance, such cases we have to use megger. We cannot use for the Wheatstone bridge. Okay, this is because while such measurement, the resistance presented by the bridge becomes so large that the galvanometer becomes insensitive. Okay, so the if you are measuring the very high resistance, so what it will be happens, the galvanometer will becomes insensitive to show any imbalance. Okay, so if the imbalance, then only the current will be flows. So it will becomes very high, hence the measurement of the very high resistance is cannot be measured with help of this using this Wheatstone bridge. Okay. Similarly, the final point is the heating effect due to the large current also plays a major role. Okay, the excessive currents may generate heat, which may cause the permanent change in the resistance, because here the ratio of the resistance in the bridge we are taking into consideration. So if the resistance it will be changes due to the large current and the resistance will be changed permanently, hence what it will be happens, it will be gives the error. So here this is the another limitation of Wheatstone bridge. Okay, so finally the resistance used must be very precise, having tolerance up to 1% or 0.1%. Hence cost is high, because the resistance plays very important role in the Wheatstone bridge. Okay, so if it changes means we will get the wrong reading. So that the limitation is here, what it is there, we have to use the resistance having the tolerance up to 1% or 0.1%. Okay, if you are going for this tolerance resistance, its cost is high. Okay, so these are the limitation of Wheatstone bridge. Okay, with this I conclude this session. Thank you.